There is a broad consensus that legislative reforms must strive to build a just and equitable society while keeping pace with rapid transformations driven by technological advancements, artificial intelligence, and other global shifts. In this evolving landscape, the development of institutional and systemic capabilities to ensure a fair distribution of benefits and responsibilities through legislation is central to achieving distributive justice. A critical challenge, therefore, is to identify and prioritize areas where legislative action is needed to meet these goals. The dynamic interplay of technology and global change presents both challenges and opportunities for innovative and forward-thinking legislative approaches. The rapid evolution of technology has undeniably reshaped modern society, with profound implications for legal and regulatory systems. As the world undergoes unprecedented change, we are confronted with new and complex problems that demand urgent attention. Government intervention, whether through policies or legislation, has become essential to address these challenges effectively. A pressing task before us is to design sophisticated legislative and regulatory mechanisms that balance three key priorities: the protection of individuals, the preservation of traditional business interests, and the need to keep pace with constant disruptions driven by technological advancements, particularly AI. To achieve this balance, we must adopt robust methodologies grounded in systemic thinking, well-established principles, and rigorous regulatory assessments, RIAs. These tools ensure that governments act thoughtfully and deliberately rather than impulsively in crafting regulations. Ladies and gentlemen, emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, or IoT, robotics, and virtual reality are fundamentally reshaping how we live and work. In this fast-paced environment, agility is not optional, it is a necessity. Technology will not wait for us. We must proactively adapt to its advancements. In an uncertain and rapidly changing world, regulatory sandboxes offer a critical tool for testing and refining innovative approaches. These controlled environments allow us to experiment with new technologies and regulatory frameworks, ensuring that our legislative systems remain adaptive, forward-looking, and capable of addressing the challenges of a dynamic global landscape. As we navigate this complex terrain, we must also recognize the value of mixed legal system that blends civil and common law traditions. I come from a common law tradition myself. These hybrid systems draw on the strengths of both traditions, the clarity and predictability of codified civil law, and the flexibility and adaptability of common law. By harmonizing these approaches, we can create legal frameworks that are both robust and responsive to the demands of a rapidly changing world. Artificial intelligence, as a transformative force, exemplifies the need for such adaptive legal systems. AI's applications are vast, spanning healthcare, education, finance, and governance. But they also raise significant ethical, legal, and regulatory questions. How do we ensure accountability in AI decision-making? How do we protect against biases embedded in algorithms? And how do we safeguard individual rights while fostering innovation? These questions cannot be answered by a single legal tradition alone. Instead, they require a collaborative and interdisciplinary approach. Distinguished participants, regulatory impact assessments, or RIAs, play a central role in this particular process. By systematically evaluating the potential effects of new regulations, RIAs ensure that policies are effective, equitable, and aligned with societal values. In the context of AI, where technological advancements often outpace traditional legislative processes, RIAs help us anticipate unintended consequences, balance competing interests, and design policies that promote both innovation and accountability. Regulatory sandboxes further complement this approach by providing practical space to test and refine policies. For example, in the realm of AI, sandboxes can be used to experiment with accountability mechanisms or assess the impact of data privacy regulations on AI-driven services. By learning from these experiments, we can develop more effective and adaptable regulatory frameworks. However, the success of these tools depends on collaboration. Governments, industry leaders, legal experts, and civil society must work together to ensure that regulatory frameworks are inclusive, transparent, and forward-looking. As we look to the future, we must also consider the global nature of these challenges. AI and other emerging technologies do not respect national borders or boundaries, and neither should our regulatory approaches. By fostering international cooperation and sharing best practices, we can create a global ecosystem of regulation that is both innovative and equitable. In conclusion, the path forward requires us to embrace complexity and uncertainty. By leveraging AI, conducting rigorous regulatory impact assessments, and utilizing regulatory sandboxes, we can build a regulatory environment that is adaptive, resilient, and capable of addressing the challenges of a rapidly changing world. This is not just a technical or legal challenge. It is a moral imperative. As we shape the future of regulation, we must ensure that it serves not only the interests of today, but also the needs of generations to come. Thank you very much.